A few days ago, I have a paper got rejected from a journal. I know in academia, people get rejections all the time and I shouldn't take it personally. But I still have emotions. So the day when I find out the news, I come hell doubting my self-worth and wondering if I would be capable of pursuing a career in academia. And I even have this idea pop into my head, can I just quit academia and become a full-time content creator? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yahua and a fourth-year PhD candidate in media communication, currently living in Melbourne, Australia. In today's video, let's talk about whether it is worth it to leave academia and dive into the social media world and become a creator, 网红, or an influencer. A while ago, YouTube started feeding me a bunch of why I quit academia content. Even though I don't have any desire to quit my PhD, I still click on some of the videos. So there's one video from a German physicist called Sabine.
When I signed up for studying at the university, I thought being a physicist was my dream job. But here I am on YouTube.
In the video, she also mentions how the academic system become a paper production machine for making money instead of discovering knowledge, and other issues with hierarchy, inequality, job insecurity, etc. So I heard about these issues before, and I do agree that academia has a dark side of it. But then what's missing in this video is that whether being on YouTube or in an industry that is built around social media platforms would be a better choice compared to academia. Let's talk about it, shall we? I think for creators like Sabine, who has over 1 million followers on YouTube, it does sound like a good idea to pursue a career on social media. Some people might say, oh, isn't it your degrees are all wasted because social media doesn't have a barrier to entry? It kind of wasted because I feel like if people are not going to academia or they're not doing some particular type of research job, they don't need to have a PhD degree. But it's also not completely wasted because what these educational creators are doing is actually utilizing their platform to share knowledge with a wider audience. But I do want to point out how rare it is to build a large online following and how hard it is to maintain the influencer status and earn a sustainable income in an extremely competitive online industry that has less than 2 decades of history. Well, how about we compare the success rates between academia and the influencer industry? I stumbled upon this article called The 21st Century PhD. It gives an example in the US, there's a steady rise in PhDs, and there are roughly 55,000 to 60,000 PhD graduates every year. With the increasing number of PhDs, however, the job market hasn't changed that much. Academic institutions haven't increased their rate of hiring full-time professor roles, but there's still a small percentage of success rate. Let's just say less than 10% of PhD graduates can find a permanent position in academia. The percentage of chance varies across disciplines and countries. Here, for the sake of comparison, let's just fix a number, okay? If getting tenure is the eventual goal in academia, then I guess in the influencer industry, the ultimate goal is to become a top-tier creator. Well, some people say that you don't have to become a top-tier creator to make a business out of it, but then I would say that the larger your account is, the more bargaining power you will have and the more chances that you will be successful in this industry. Now, let's look at some statistics. There are over 63 million YouTubers around the world, and among them, less than 60,000 people achieve 1 million subscribers. If we consider 1 million subscribers as the hurdle for a top-tier YouTuber, then only 0.09% of people can reach that level. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Chinese 网红 industry. Less than 0.3% of people approximately can make it to the top, and perhaps 85% of the creators are located in the bottom level. I don't think the tiers and the numbers are the only thing that matters in defining creators' values, but you can kind of see this pyramid structure that only a small amount of people can reach to the top, and perhaps they're the ones that make the most of the money in this industry, while others cannot secure a stable income. Coming back to our comparison, less than 10% of success rate to find a permanent role in academia among tens of thousands of people in a country versus 0.2 of people who can reach to the top and become an influencer among millions of aspiring creators around the world. Which one is more practical? I know it's not a rigorous comparison, and I didn't cover lots of details, including income level, work-life balance, job satisfaction, sustainability, etc. And I also didn't cover the structural problems behind these two sectors, but I can kind of see some of the similarities between the two. People often use the phrase publish or perish to describe the pressure in academia, but it also applies to creators. If you don't post content, then you're gonna get kicked out of this social media game. Even though you post it, sometimes it's also out of your control, and having too much online exposure might not necessarily be the good thing. Now, back to the question of whether I should quit academia and become a full-time creator. I think the question shouldn't be like sacrificing one for another, because I'm already making content alongside my PhD anyway. But for now, I think a career in academia sounds more challenging and also more promising, sort of. I'm not easily get defeated by one rejection, and I think the more rejections that I get, the more thick-skinned that I will become. I'm not sure if I will get sick of academia in the future, but I want to give it a shot and see how it goes. I have both academic friends who are early career researchers, and I also have creator friends who are doing this thing for full time. They are all working very hard, so nothing is easy. At the end of the day, each industry has its own scams, and it's a matter of personal choice in navigating a career pathway. And plus, nowadays people don't have a linear career path anyway. Alright, I think I will wrap up here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you enjoy this kind of career related talk, because I can basically talk non-stop in terms of academia and the influencer industry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!